An elderly woman named Annika once lived in a little community nestled in the foothills. She had an odd tendency of moaning about anything that troubled her. Annika constantly found something to complain about, whether it was the weather, her noisy neighbors, or the flavor of her meals. Her frequent whining had earned her a dislike among the villagers, who avoided her company whenever possible. A wise sage visited the community one day. He was well known for his profound wisdom and ability to teach life-changing teachings. The locals went to hear him in the hopes of gaining some insight and guidance. Despite her grumpy demeanor, Annika was eager to hear what the sage had to say. The villagers were intrigued by the sage's words as he began his speech. He discussed the importance of appreciation and the influence it may have on one's life. He emphasized the significance of recognizing the small joys and gifts that they encountered every day. Annika, on the other hand, found it difficult to embrace the sage's teachings. How could she be thankful when there was so much to complain about? She went up to the stage after his discourse, determined to express her worries. "Great sage," she continued, "I've heard your words, but how can I be grateful when my life is full of problems and hardships? There's so much to be unhappy about." "My dear, let me share a story with you," the sage said with a soft smile. Once upon a time, a guy discovered a miraculous coin. He would get an answer to whatever question he asked every time he flipped the coin. He decided to put his newfound power to the test. "What is the meaning of life?" he inquired of the coin. Annika listened carefully, captivated by the story. The coin responded, "The meaning of life is to serve others and to find joy in every moment." The man was perplexed and dissatisfied. He was looking for a big reveal, not something small. He flipped the coin once more and inquired, "How can I be happy?" The coin said, "You will find pleasure by being grateful for what you have and assisting those who are in need." The man sneered at the response, flipping the coin again and saying, "How can I complain less?" The coin replied, "You will complain less when you understand that complaining only magnifies your problems, while gratitude diminishes them." Annika contemplated the narrative, realizing how profound it was. She realized that whining served to fuel her discontent and kept her from appreciating the beauty and kindness that was around her. Annika made a determined effort to change her attitude from that day on. Rather than whining about the weather, she marveled at the changing seasons and natural beauties. Instead of complaining about her noisy neighbors, she appreciated the sense of camaraderie they offered to the hamlet. And she savored each bite of her meals, glad for the nutrients it gave. A tremendous transformation occurred as Annika let go of her complaints and embraced thankfulness. The locals became aware of her increased optimism and kindness, and they began to include her in their gatherings and chats. Annika's heart was overjoyed as she realized the power of thankfulness and how it had improved her life. As a result, the lesson is obvious. We open ourselves up to a world of possibilities and enjoyment when we choose thankfulness over complaining. Our hearts are filled with contentment when we learn to enjoy the small joys that surround us. So let us remember Annika's story and endeavor to be grateful, because doing so will ensure that we never complain again.